Hello, my name is Eliza Papagayo, and I will explain our main. The main class expands JFrame, setting up the main frame of the applications and main method. The main method uses event queuing that invoke later to ensure the GUI creation is done in event dispatch unreaded. And our construction, the main construction analyzes the frame, setting out the properties and creates the main content plane. A J-sublane is added to content plane, organizing different selections, tabs for events, transaction logs, and transactions details. Event plane displays contents checkbox for selecting movie and login button. And lastly, transaction log plane. This plane display at wall of book tickets. Transaction details plane. This plane shows detailed transactions information. This plane a login frame. First, invert various string components and event handling classes. Class durations. Frame login expands JFrame, make it a type of window. Default close operation. Set the default operations when the frame is closed. Bounds. Set the size and position, the name, that content plane annotations. Set up the main content plane with binder and layout. Login button. Set an action listener that checks if username and password are admin. If correct, it shows success message and allows changes movie's name. If incorrect, shows error message. Cancel button simply placed on the frame without an action listener attached. Labels and text fields for username and password input.
So my name is Ermina Joy Obsequio. I will discuss my part of Green Book Ticket half. So first, txt4 floor. This variable is assigned a JText field object with 10 columns. It's likely used to display or input information related to the floor in the movie theater as suggested by its name. Second, txt Green Book Movie. This variable represents another JText field object is used to display the name of the movie currently playing on the screen. Here's how it utilized. Set editable false. This ensures that the text field is not editable by the user likely because it's meant for display purpose only. Set text Green Book Movie Screen. This set the initial text displayed in the text field to Green Book Movie Screen, indicating the name of the screen. Both variables are added to the content pane or content pane that add text Green Book Movie to ensure they are displayed within the graphical user interface. These variables are essential for creating and manipulating text fields in the GUI, allowing for the display and input of relevant information in the movie theater interface. So fourth is LVL separator. It seems to act as a vertical separator in the GUI, likely dividing different sections of the interface. Content pane that add LVL separator. This adds the label to the content pane, ensuring its display in the graphical user interface. Fourth is LVL ticket count. New JLabel 0. This creates a JLabel with the initial text 0. It likely serves as counter for the number of the tickets selected by the user. This variable plays crucial roles in defining and configuring the visual element of the GUI. They contribute to the overall layout and functionality of the movie theater interface by providing visual cues and displaying relevant information to the user. So fifth is ticket counting. This variable seems to hold the count of selected seats. It's likely update elsewhere in the code when the user selects or deselects seats. You already selected plus ticket counting plus seat. This concatenates the count of selected seats with the string to form a message notifying the user about the number of seats they selected. So 6E. This variable appears to represent an event object likely of type item event which is generate when the state of an item change. Here's how it utilized. It gets state change. This method retrieves the state change associated with the event which could be either selected or deselected. Item event deselected is a constant representing the state change when an item is deselected. The code within the item listener implement functionality based on the state change of a toggle button. If the toggle button is toggled on the selected state change, it likely increments the count of selected seats and notify the user about updated count. If the toggle button is toggled off the selected state change, it likely decrement the count of the selected seats. Set selected. This variable keeps track of the number of sets that have been selected by the user. Increase set selected. The variable is incremented by one set selected plus every time the seats is selected or toggled on. So 21, BT and confirm ticket. This variable represents a J button used for confirming the ticket selection. Creation and configuration. The button is created with the label confirm ticket and position on the content pane. Action listener and action listener is attached to this button to handle its action event. Action event E represent the event generated when the button is clicked. BT and confirm ticket that set enabled false. This disables the confirm ticket button initially likely to prevent confirmation before any seat selection. BT and confirm ticket that set enable true. This enables the confirm ticket button again after the user selects seats and disable the return to the ticket button. Number 21, BT and return ticket. This variable represents another J button used to returning the ticket selection. Creation and configuration. The button is created with the label return to ticket and position on the content pane. That set enable false. The button is initially disabled to prevent user from returning to the ticket selection before making any selection. Action listener and action listener is attached to handle the button action event. Remove item listener. This likely removes an item listener from toggle button to stop tracking set selection. Reset selection. This function may reset the selection state of the toggle button. Disable set. This function may disable all the toggle button to prevent further selection. The set enable true or false. This statement enable or disable various buttons based on the user's action, ensuring proper flow and interaction within the surface.
Hello, my name is Navarro, and today I'll be discussing our program that facilitates booking movie tickets. I'll explain the key features of our user interface and how the core functionalities work. Let's start with the initialization of our book tickets button. Here, we create a new button, set this button color to green, and initially disable it to prevent premature booking actions. Next, we add an action listener to our book tickets button. The listener defines the action that will take place when the button is clicked. The first step within our action listener is to check if the number of seats selected matches the number of tickets requested. If it doesn't, we display an error message to the user. If the seat selection is correct, we prompt the user to confirm their selected seats. If they confirm, we proceed with the booking process. We then declare the prices for different seat types. A seats cost 700, B seats cost 500, and C seats cost 400. For each seat, we check if it's selected by the user. If it is, we add the seat to our transaction model, mark it as taken, disable it for further selection, and update the total cost and available tickets accordingly. Once all selected seats are processed, share the final transaction details, display the total cost to the user, and reset various UI components to their initial states. Finally, we close the booking window. We also configure the layout of our booking tickets button, setting its position and size. Additionally, we have various level and text areas to enhance the user interface, such as separators, seat price labels, and a label indicating the number of tickets. Our UI includes increase and decrease buttons to allow users to adjust the number of tickets they want to purchase. These buttons also have corresponding action listeners to update ticket count and validate the number of tickets. And in conclusion, this program provides a comprehensive solution for booking movie tickets for seat selection and price calculation to final transaction confirmation.
Hi, I'm Trisha Rabano, and I'm here to discuss the first half of this code. First, the code imports various Java Swing components and other necessary classes. Second, the Castaway Ticket class extends JFrame to make it a window in a GUI application. Third, the class defines multiple instance variable for text field, toggle button representing seats, label, and buttons. 4. The constructor initializes the frame, sets properties like size, location, etc., and adds up components to the content pane. The main text fields are for displaying the movie screen in a non-editable field for the stairs. The seat buttons are initialized and added to the content pane. An action listener for the BTN confirm ticket button prompts the user to confirm the number of tickets and enable the seats if confirmed. 5. The main method runs the application by creating an instance of Castaway ticket and making it visible.
Hello, I am Rinalyn Sexiona. Now let's first discuss about the user interface components. The code includes the creation and initialization of various swing components such as buttons, labels, text, areas, and toggle buttons. These components are positioned within a content pane using absolute positioning. For ticket booking logic, the application allows user to select seats for booking. It includes logic for increasing and decreasing the number of tickets with buttons labeled symbol of addition and subtraction. It includes functionality for confirming selected seats with a button labeled Book Tickets. Upon confirming the selected seats, the application calculates the total cost based on the number type of selected seats. It also includes a functionality for resetting selected seats and exiting the booking event. The seat selection management. The code manages seat selection through toggle buttons representing individual seats, which is the seat A1, seat A2 to seat C8. It disables selected seats to prevent double booking and updates the user interface accordingly. Methods are provided to disable, enable, reset, and clear set selection based on user interactions. For event handling, event listeners are implemented to handle user interactions such as clicking buttons and selecting seats. Dialog boxes, which is the J option pane, are used to display messages and confirmation to the user. For the visual presentation, the application uses colors and font styles to enhance the visual presentation of the user interface. Labels are used to display information about seat prices and available seats. Overall, it represents a functional prototype of a movie ticket booking system with a basic selection and booking capabilities.
So in this class, the Shining Class ticket is an interactive and visual appealing interface for selecting and booking seat in a theater. The class initializes the various components such as JText field for displaying information, JToggle button for representing individual seat, and JLevel for displaying seat and ticket information. The seating area includes three rows, which is A, B, and C, with 8 seats each initialized, disabled, and set to green. The layout of the component is managed using absolute position to achieve a specific design, including decorative elements like stair and separator. The class also includes Boolean variable to track the availability of each seat and integer variable to manage ticket counts and limits. The user can increase,